You want to bring us in? Or can I do it?
As long as I'm here, no.
Guys, comment if you want me to pod.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Galaxy Greg, and welcome back to another episode of the Be More Nerdy podcast. With me today is Diva XOXO.
What it is, little dummies?
And no one else, because we haven't had guests in a very long time. So, that being said, let's start the show off with the most important piece. 21 Blackjack. Comic book we're writing. What?
Nope, go ahead.
It's a comic book we're writing that involves us as the main characters and potentially you as a side character or main character. We are trying to currently fund it on GoFundMe. It is an all or nothing fund, so if we... Oh, I said GoFundMe. On Kickstarter, I apologize. So it's an all or nothing project. So if we don't make our goal, you get all your money back. So, low risk. Let's start there. That's a check on someone's box. But also, you can read about it, see some images, and a lot is offered with this. So you can get a lot of cool prizes, including our genuine thanks in an email, or up to a character in the show, a signed hard copy book, and a t-shirt. Yeah, that's only limited edition and available to those who donate on a certain level. There are many levels in between.
If you can't donate, share.
Yeah. If you can't donate, definitely share. It don't cost nothing to show a nigga love. Come on, baby.
Not a thing.
So, hear about 21 Blackjack, see about 21 Blackjack, repost that. Come on, we're trying to make it happen. It's going to be the next greatest comic / manga / anime, bro. Come on, man. I know y'all seen Invincible. It's going to be like that, except better.
Cause niggas.
So, make sure to check out 21 Blackjack on Kickstarter. There's going to be a link in the description to this pod. Or in this pod. So make sure you check that out. Onward with the pod. So it's been about a week since we've last podded, sister dears.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been about 2 weeks since we last podded, sister dears. How's your 2 weeks been?
Pretty good. Last time we podded was before I came home for you. So we threw you a fake surprise party because you knew about it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Really?
I ain't know shit.
Okay. You're a liar. Anyway, we threw him a surprise party. And that was fun. And I came home and I got to chill with you a lot that weekend, actually. I was over your house Friday, then the party Saturday, then we went to brunch on Sunday. A lot of bro-sister time, which was nice because I miss you when I'm here. And like I said, mommy's coming to visit, just waiting for you to come visit. I'm just saying.
I'm a brokey. Sorry, can't do that.
You don't have to have money to come visit your sister.
Yeah, dude. How will I get there and get home and afford food?
You can drive and you don't have to afford food.
How will I get there, get home, and afford food? Gas costs money. And when the 12-hour drive that would make in 10, I would get hungry.
Okay. Well, you just got to get food for your ride down. I'll pack you food for your way back.
Oh,
and
you're
feed you while you're here.
So you're lying to me.
I'm not. Well, I am a brokey, but my girlfriend has food stamps, so haha, food for days.
She is a mom.
She is a mom.
I hope you don't mean that the way I think you mean that, you gross motherfucker.
No, she has a kid.
Just kidding. I know what you mean.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, because this is the episode since Mother's Day, and Greg took care of Mother's Day for me and for our mom because I'm not there. He did a great job.
Yeah, fam, you're going to have to cash at me. Mrs. I'm going to live in Florida.
So what did you do for our mom? Tell the viewers.
I bought her a fruit arrangement and I made her dinner. And I now dislike Mr. Gary a little bit, not gonna lie to you.
Oh, I've been hate him since that time. So one time, this was before I moved. This was last summer. This was the moment I realized I hate this man. So I used to live in Virginia, guys. If you don't remember, before I moved to Florida, I lived in Virginia. I came home. My mom told me that she made greens and she had put some in a container for me to the side.
Vermish.
To the side.
Vermish.
For me.
Vermish.
And
it's German for me, by the way.
Ah, thanks. for all our German listeners. I don't know if we have any, but sure. Then I get to my mom's house, ain't no fucking greens. And I'm like, Mommy, I thought you said you sent me some. She said I did. And I was like, so I'm looking around and I'm like, Mama, you seen the greens? Oh, those I gave them to Gary. He was hungry. Fuck that old bitch ass nigga. He can eat whatever else is in the house. Those were my greens. They were for me.
That's hilarious. Because the same thing happened to me. I got there. My dad always cooks my mom breakfast on Mother's Day. So I was like, Dad, cook me some breakfast Tuesday. You got the rest? Got the rest, Dad. All right, cool. Show out with the fruit arrangement, some flowers from my mom. I got her a card. It was really cheesy. I didn't put it in the envelope, though. It was going to be a waste. I'm like, you can re-gift this to someone. So the gift that keeps on giving. She was like, oh, I'll give this to my mom next year. It was a quarantine-based card, so it was really funny. So I'm like, so where's the rest of the breakfast? And my mom's like, what do you mean? I'm like, Dad was supposed to make me some breakfast. She was like, oh my goodness. There was an extra serving of eggs and bacon on the table, but I think Mr. Gary ate it. And I was like, what? He was like, no. She's like, no, there was 2. I'm like, this nigga ate his serving. And then 2 more servings of eggs and bacon and biscuits? What the fuck, bro?
Get this man.
Hey, yo, somebody get this nigga. Like, I was mad as hell. I was like, yo, now I'm just hungry. But I ended up making my mom some steaks, and Dad brought crab cakes home for my mom and Mr. Gary. Oh, and that's where it got even funnier. Because it was 4 crab cakes for them. He had 3 in the fridge. He was like, I'm going to get them 4. Because I know what he's going to do. I was like, all right, cool. So he got them there 4. And upon getting them there 4, he ate his one. And they were really big. The really big lump crab cakes that, people be making for like the church giveaways and shit. The church sales and shit. So he ate his one and his sides and his
maybe
greens.
we should. Since all of our listeners aren't in Maryland, so crab cakes, like, y'all might be used to seeing them Lil John's. Crab cakes in Maryland are like the size of baseballs.
Think of like a B-cup titty. That's what our crab cakes look like. That's
what our crab cakes look like. They not
with a B-cup titty laid down. That's a crab cake.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm start calling B-cup titty crab cakes. I'm like, yo, you got crab cakes. That's crazy. Don't let me see you got B-cup titties. So basically, he ate his, my grandmother ate hers. He's like, oh, can I get another? He's like, yeah, go ahead, Mr. Gary. He eat the 3rd one. Quick as shit. He reached for the 4th one. And Mama like, no, I want to eat that for lunch tomorrow. And his hearing ain't good, so she yelled that shit at him. And it was funny because he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, nigga, you just ate 3 or 2 crab cakes. You was ready to eat a 3rd and wasn't going to say shit.
Mommy told me about this, and the funny thing was, at first, he didn't know they was crab cakes. He thought they was biscuits.
Yeah, that's the funniest shit I ever heard. He said, oh, I thought they were just biscuits that had meat in them. I didn't know these were crab meat. I'm like, oh. Hi, Dean. Dean's with me today. He's on my leg because he wants attention. And pushing my hand because he wants me to pet him. My dog's being very clingy and needy today. I don't know why.
I think it's just a dog thing because he's not the only one.
But yeah, that was my Mother's Day weekend, and then this week was short. I got to graduate. I graduated last year, by the way, so let's not make me sound like I'm either getting my master's or just taking that extra year. I graduated 2020. However, because of Corona, we couldn't have an in-person graduation and had to have one virtually. So they offered to give all the Morgan grads from 2020 in-person graduation on the field like we're supposed to. So that day started off so bad. Man, I couldn't find my grad cap. I went in that bitch fully prepared to walk without a grad cap.
Where was it? Or did somebody give you one?
I went and bought a new one. They had a stand out there that had like extra stuff. So like grad caps, whole ass gowns, the numbers for your tassel, new tassels. They had all that shit. Everything. They had the African, the HBCU stoles that everyone want to get.
I have one.
So, Dean, okay, I'll keep petting you. Goddamn. So, I got that. It was only $10. Only I had $10 in my wallet. So, I had hella stoles on. I had my honor stole. I had my honors cords. I had my HBCU stole. I had my Phi Beta Sigma stole. I had my regular Morgan stole. And then I had my Mr. School of Engineering stole.
Yay, you
So
fancy.
I had all them fucking stoles on, right? And then my man's was like, you're supposed to put the stoles under the hood so that they stay on even when you're moving. I'm like, y'all bitches couldn't have told me that the 30 minutes we were standing outside waiting to process. So I'm rushing while we about to start processing onto the field. I'm like, help me. All right. Then my cum laude medal got stuck in my hair, so I had to rip it out. And then I finally got all my shit back together, put my cap back on. Good. As soon as we got on the field, me and all my friends, we were already sitting together. We just like dapped each other up and we're like taking pictures while everyone was still processing in. Because like that's what we were all doing and no one was talking yet. And we didn't give a fuck about everybody else. So, we took our pictures and fun fact, we are on Morgan's homepage now.
What? Really?
Yeah, me and my friends, they took it right off. And then we were on Morgan's homepage and then on their IG page, the one of Morgan's IG pages, we got put on. Me and Jordan got put on because our friend was like, "Let me take a picture of you two holding hands and walking down the thing," and we did. And the cloud was like in the perfect spot. The lighting was beautiful. Like it was a great picture.
I synced it. It's such a cute picture. I shared it in my group chat, and everybody was like, we follow them, right? And I'm like, so what? Let me be.
LOL. So yeah, that was funny. Oh, and I was mad. Jordan was a little mad because like they were being dumb with tickets because like half of the students didn't show up, but in the same token, like they were like, oh, you only get 2 tickets, or if like you had someone's tickets, you couldn't go to will call. Like they told you online, if you put the name in, put the person's name under the ticket, you can collect it at will call. But apparently they changed it last minute. It was like, nope, you can't. Not unless the person already picked up the ticket or is here. Like it was some bullshit. So 2 of Jordan's family members couldn't come. We finessed to get like our other 6 tickets, but yeah. And then she left her identification card that they gave you with your tickets at home that they used to call your name. So she had to get a new one made while she was there. But all in all, it was a good time. I got to meet my friend Tiffany's family, who I worked with. She just left WT. Her dad said he wanted to race me because he drives an Audi. And I met Prince's family, and they invited me to go back to Nigeria with them.
Are you gonna go?
Maybe next year. They told me they were going in December this year, but I'm like, I'm not gonna have any vacation time.
Mommy said you're not gonna go because you gotta get shots.
I ain't scared of no shots.
Okay, we'll find out.
How was your week?
Work's been cool. A lot slower. People are getting on my nerves less, but I'm also not allowing people to get on my nerves as much. So that's
not letting people disturb your peace, I see.
Yes. Let me think. This weekend I met a new friend. We went swimming. She stays in an apartment, so we went to her pool. Smoked some weed, drank some wine, chilled by the pool. It was nice. And took Kill to the dog park for Yush. He has a new friend, the husky, which is cool because it's another dog who he can wrestle with, and the parents don't look at them like they're crazy when they do. So, but that's it. It's been real chill. It's got a couple exciting weeks coming up. My girlfriend and her son are coming down this weekend, and then my mom comes down the weekend after that, and it's staying for a week, and then I'm going on vacation. So
I don't do vacation. That's just work.
Oh no, I'm going on vacation. I'm going lay on somebody's beach naked.
Ew.
No, ew.
No, very much ew. It's not a nude beach. That's public indecency, and there could be children there, which would make you a pedophile. Don't do it. I implore you not to do this.
I'm on the nude beachy side.
Okay.
Oh, my tummy. We don't got much longer.
No, we have all the time. Hold it, crunch, nigga.
My buckle's on fire.
So we're gonna start off this news. Let's start this BNN. I don't have a BNN.
You don't have a BNN?
I usually make them up on the spot. 9 times out of 10. Back niggas never left. There we go. Never left is one word, so there you go.
I love it.
So let me finish this. Hate cocks. That's funny. My phone was. What are you doing? He was sniffing my wires. Let's start this news off a little sad. Last week or 2 weeks ago, stop it. That's my paper, and that is important. What the? Ew. Yo, wet ass tongue, boy. No.
Speak. Speak. Come on.
Let's see. Japan experienced a 6.8 earthquake on Sunday near the city of Ishinomaki, and it even touched Tokyo a little.
Oh wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that was about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I only hear so much news. There's so much going on in the news.
So, pray for Japan. Our Japanese brothers and sisters.
Definitely.
Next news point. Let's do another sad one. Deanna Perez, the voice of Jessie in Pokemon from 1997 until now, recently passed.
Really?
Yeah. Are you looking? Yeah, she died not that long ago. So when I heard about it, I was a little sad. I was like, damn, she's iconic. Like everyone knows her voice.
Yeah.
Nigga, if you don't talk more and just stop agreeing with me.
Well, these aren't things I know about, and they're sad. I don't know what to say.
Rest in peace.
I thought I said that. Maybe
Rest in power, kings and queens. All right, let's do something a little bit more joyful.
Wait, let's stay sad. And talk about what's going on in Palestine and Israel.
Sure. Talk about it.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
I haven't heard.
Oh, so as most people know, there's been a continuous war between Palestine and Israel because the Jews, and none of this is anti-Semitic, these are just all facts. The Jews feel like Israel is their homeland and have claim to it, but Israel used to be a part of Palestine, and it was given to them. It was basically Israel, which is now its own country, became its own country, I think in 1929. I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me. But this was a part of like a peace treaty, and Palestine wants it back because it was a part of its original borders. But the Jews who live there say, no, it's our, inherent birthright from God. So definitely not a separation of church and state type thing. It's one of those things where religion is bleeding into legislation. So there's continuously war back and forth, but recently Israel has been bombing Palestine like relentlessly, and not like bombing like military bases. They're bombing cities, apartment buildings, places where common people live. So it's getting pretty nasty there and getting a lot of attention. So yeah, she didn't know. Did you get all of that? Hello? 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 Greg? Can you not hear me? Well, folks, we're having a bit of technical difficulty. So if you wait with us 1 second, we'll be right back with the Be More Nerdy podcast.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. I should have went poop.
Nigga.
It's like Sega.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi cut out.
That's crazy. Did you pay the bill?
Yeah, but since I don't use Comcast,
you have to remember to pay the bill. I was about to say, you have to remember to pay the bill. I know you have the money, but you have to give it to them.
I forget my electric bill more than I forget my fucking Comcast.
You have to give them
That's
the
fucking
money. Don't forget.
hilarious. No, so what happened was, let me put you on game to the bullshit that is Comcast, right?
Because
Or
you don't use
Xfinity,
one
as
of
they
their
like to go by.
boxes, they play with you.
Exactly. So for y'all that
You
don't
don't use
know,
their
if
modem.
you do not use a Comcast box, they will shut your shit off at random times. And when you call, they're literally going to tell you, oh, well, it seems like you got disconnected. Well, let's try a couple things. Keep you on the phone for about an hour. Then they'll be like, well, we tried troubleshooting it, tried restarting it, and reconnecting it. None of those things work. For some reason, we don't have the right IP address anymore. Nigga, you had my IP address 2 days ago. You had this address 3 days ago. It was working fine 20 minutes ago. What happened? Who the fuck changed a P to a D in the 20 minutes it took this shit to go wrong? And you never get that answer. They say, oh, we don't know. We can send a technician out in about 3 days, though. And then your internet starts, you say yes, your internet starts working within the next 3 hours. Then after that, it's just like, now I should cancel that appointment. Because all they're going to do is be like, well, we have no idea what's going wrong. Maybe you should try using one of our routers. Like, it's like they tell these niggas on their way there, yo, make sure you ask them about the router. Okay, I know. Yeah, but that router, bro, come on. Make sure you ask them about it. I don't think you've been asking. You ain't been moving enough routers, my guy.
You ain't been moving enough routers.
So to that note, it kind of makes me a little mad when I hear stuff, or when my shit just turns off, especially if we've been paying the fucking bill. Ain't never missed a damn Comcast payment, but yeah, my shit for some reason still turns off.
So my student loans are on my credit card, so that I, pay my credit card. But if I don't remember to pay my credit card bill, it can't pay my student loans. And they'd be like, you didn't make a payment this month. And I'd be like, what do you mean? And I'd be like, oh yeah, move the money to your credit card bill so the money comes out the credit you can put it back.
Hey yo, do better.
Yeah, I gotta be a better adult.
I'm just saying you could do better.
So where did we leave off with this lovely pod? I was talking about, I think I said Pakistan. I think it's Palestine.
Palestine.
Yeah, Palestine. Sorry if I made an incorrect statement, y'all. I'm just relaying the news as I know it.
Leave her alone.
I am. Leave me alone.
We're getting her all the help she can get.
I know I could just Google this stuff right now, guys, but I'm not.
But I'm
because
not.
You shouldn't rely on me for accurate news.
You shouldn't rely on me, the news person, for accurate information. Oh my lord. What has the word?
I'm not a news person. I am
what
is
this? What is this segment called?
What did we call it? We called it back niggas never left.
No. That's not what this new segment is called.
It is. That's what we named it today. Back niggas never left.
She's taking my DNNs and using them against me. You heard it here, folks.
Yes. Magical powers. So do we want to stay on the sad part? Oh, wait. You had a good turnaround. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I did. I was going to say, speaking of turning things against people, the JPB is going to be no more.
No more.
I watched all parts of the story. I'm not going to lie. Joe had me on the ropes with believing in him. But the way Maul and Rory said their side of the story, it shows a new light for Joe.
All right, let's hear it.
What you're doing. I'm not going through all that. Was so much information. I literally spent roughly 4 hours of my life listening to them talk.
I saw, and I was like, I don't have 4 hours to figure out what happened.
So basically, the way Joe told the story was Rory and Maul were focused on money. They were always asking about accounting. It was never about the pod. These niggas come on and say they don't care. They come late. They do this, they do that. They're trying to use their friendship as leverage. Rory has no leverage. They're in breach of their contract. They try to start a pod. I'm going to sue the fucking pants off y'all if y'all do it within a year of breaking contract. Blase, blah, blue, blue. Right? He's talking about respect. He's talking about how these niggas said they were create this show, but in reality, it's Joe. Joe's name's on everything. Joe handles everything. He's like, they want some type of creative rights, and I said, no, this is my shit. He's like, I'm giving you guys money out the grace of my heart. I'm doing the accounting, and I'm saying I'm paying you guys way more than I should. He's like, you guys are honestly earning in the top 5% of radio broadcasters and shit like that, right? And I might butcher the story a little bit because I'm literally trying to zoom through it. It's so much information. It's impossible to get it all done.
It is a lot. It's like 3 hours between the three of them.
No, it's 4 hours. He's ranted on his pod by himself for about 2 hours. Then he had it was like a cleanup episode where he was like kind of going through all the details in specific for an hour. And then Rory and Mal had an hour.
Okay, so 4 hours. Yes, 4 hours of content. Got it.
I watched the Snyder cut for the JPB.
You did. Great job.
But Rory and Mal's side was basically them just telling their side. And one thing I did notice that they said that Joe was doing, they probably had some time to think about this to, just talk their shit a little better. Joe was definitely smear campaigning them the whole time, calling them, I would never do this, y'all this, da da da. I would never do this, da 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 da. All that shit, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing is, when you heard it from their side, they also had time to think about it. I will say that it was almost a completely different story, which made me worry because Joe Budden has a history of doing these things, and I want to believe Joe's a better man than he used to be, but some of them Joe tendencies is starting to show up.
Okay.
Basically, Rory and Mal were explaining that we were asking for the accounting, but let's start here. Legally, in your job, you're supposed to get the accounting quarterly, right? Mm-hmm. So he's like, we aren't getting quarterly accounting. That's not a big deal. And then he said the only time he really had one of Joe's biggest arguments that made me go, damn, maybe they are in it for the money, was he was like, let's go back to how it used to be. Y'all make no money off the pod, and we just come in, shoot the shit like we used to. That will show me something. Because if it ain't, then why are we complaining about this? And Rory was like, there's been several times where I said, he was like, especially after the Spotify deal, where I said, I got my bread together, honestly. And then he said for the first, I think it was a page.
Wait a minute, I lost you.
The Cash App check. He's like, me and Mal both said for the first guys, we don't even want it. Take it, disperse it among them, give them a small raise. Right. Why? And he's like, we've done that several times where we said, we good. We don't have to worry about money. Give it to the other guys who are working hard, who are stressed with this, with it. So that kind of dispersed that argument to me, which was kind of like, damn.
But they said that a bunch of times on the pod. So
and then it was literally
that's nothing new.
Yeah, but the way Joe was explaining it afterwards was like, all right, y'all asking about money a little bit too much. But in the way they were asking about money, they would ask for the accounting. He would give them the accounting in an Excel spreadsheet. When you receive accounting, it's not supposed to be an Excel spreadsheet. It's supposed to be an invoice.
Huh?
He was complaining about the company, and Rory said he, quote, found a $400,000 error in the company's findings. So he was like, yo, y'all had an error in this. He sent it back to the company. They said, yeah, we did. We got to fix this. We'll get back to you once we fix it. Never got back to him. It was shit like that that put holes in Joe's argument. Like when you hear the other side, it's like, damn. So he was saying that happened, and he was saying, yo, accounting. They would send him an Excel spreadsheet. He was like, yo, this isn't accounting. This is just an Excel spreadsheet that I can plug numbers in. He was looking for more of an invoice of what happened this quarter, like an actual document to report. And they were giving an Excel spread. And he said he would keep asking for that. And then Mal chimed in, like, the only reason I'm gonna be mad about money is there's no reason, because he said they're percentage partners. Right. So there's no like legal real contract binding. The only contract is they make a percentage off of what they earn.
I'm gonna beat you. Move!
You can't yell that on the pod.
I'm sorry. He keeps scratching me on purpose. Go ahead.
What I was saying is, he basically continued by saying, what was it? Fuck!
That they're percentage partners.
Got it. All right. We're percentage partners. The pod makes this much. Joe makes this much.
we make this much, the crew makes this much. We get a percentage, right, of everything that the pod makes. That's what they were saying. And he was like, there's no reason that my percentage of income should be the same amount when we have a pull-up and we have 1,500 people versus 2,000 people. He's like, even if it's just $100 difference, there should be a difference, you know? And he said, I got the exact same amount a couple times. And he said, you know what? And this happened more frequently than it didn't. And we just took it as, we're friends. We'll do the accounting later. We'll figure this out.
Right.
And he's like, how many times do you really leave that on the table? And then they were also saying, like, there were situations that it was showing like Joe was being this new person. They're like, the Joe we know don't act like this. Like, he's been a new guy. Like Maul was saying, like, he's known him for decades. Like, he's been acting new for a little while now. And he was like, and I knew it was over when he told me that the pod was none of my business. Because he was like, I don't know how, he was like, you have no right to say that to my face. And I don't know how you could say that to my face. Because Joe still hasn't said, I apologize for that. Joe says,
and he even said on the podcast, right? Even on the podcast, he said that he didn't apologize, but yeah.
So that means to me, you're not sorry that you said it. He said, I shouldn't have said that to you, but he never said, I'm sorry I said that to you, and that's a very big difference. Just because I shouldn't say something to you does not mean I'm sorry about it.
Exactly, you're right.
So he was like, in terms of that, it just became, and he was like telling Rory to step off the show. And he's like, when Joe was saying, you're inviting me to your hands, he's like, that's how we talk. That's how we play. That's how we've always been. So for him to bring that up is a true argument. It's like, who the fuck are you? Because we've been doing this for years. This is who we've been. Now, one thing I will bring up is that they never addressed any of the accusations about Rory pulling up to DJ Academics and all that, and how he had an issue about him. They kind of addressed the issue about him, but it was like, oh, that's funny. But I feel like he really does have a problem with DJ Academics. But beyond that, it's a lot. It's a lot of shit. I wish I could talk about Palestine and Israel like this. I am so sorry. Prayers up to them. I have to add that. I am so sorry. This is pointless news that I'm talking about now, and that was something that was actually important, and I wish I had more information on it. So I'm gonna challenge myself.
We got, and it's not just your fault. We got cut off. I don't know if you guys could tell. We got cut off of Wi-Fi shit. That's why we had the Wi-Fi conversation. So I was talking a lot. I don't even know if it got recorded or not. We'll find out when the episode comes out.
We will find out. I apologize.
We can go back to it.
I've been interested in that conversation because I actually didn't care about it. My Wi-Fi was just being shit.
We'll go back.
But
the government's trying to silence us.
Yeah, but all in all, that is an interesting conversation. And Joe fired Rory on camera. Like, Rory wasn't there, but he said, Rory, you breached your contract and you are hereby fired until further notice. And he also said, like, if things change, basically Joe's trying to be too much of a boss. So, like, he basically said, if your opinion changes and you act different, then you can stay and you can come back and we can talk about payment, maybe. But otherwise, no. Like, I'm like, damn, that's supposed to be your man's. And he said he can separate business and friendship, but him and Marty are friends no more.
But that's the thing. Obviously, you can't separate business and friendship, or y'all wouldn't be doing this the way y'all are doing it. You feel me? Like, I get it. Y'all have like a quote unquote duty to the fans to let us know kind of what's going on. But there's a way to do it. And this ain't the way. You feel me? Like, they could have done this if they were friends, and if each one of them cared about this friendship and how it's gonna go forward or whatever, it would have been handled differently. In my opinion, maybe they handling it the best way they know how, but in my opinion, it would have been handled different.
Yeah. So, all in all, that shit.
You don't gotta worry about this happening here because I'm stuck with this nigga in my life.
LOL, nah, nigga. We got pod beef, me and TJ. That's why he ain't been on here. The real thing that happened was I told him, yo, take some time off. You acting
take some time off.
Too cool on the Galaxy Greg pod. Hop off.
Galaxy Greg pod? Where? Because I will shut everything down. You ain't got none of the logins. I have all of the logins.
I can get them. You know that, right? I got the email.
How you gonna get it?
I got the email. That's the one that count.
Oh, that's so cute that you think that the login to release the pod is connected to the email. It's not.
It's cool. I got the pause money. Ha ha.
You do have the money.
Ha ha.
And this is how you keep this is called checks and balances, people. He has the money, I have the
That's hilarious. What's TJ have? We need to give TJ some shit. That's equal.
We're gonna give TJ some shit. Comment
right,
what we should give TJ.
Hey yo, he needs a raise. Working so hard.
No, guys, really, we love TJ. I can't wait for him to come back. I'm tired of talking to you.
I'm tired of talking to you.
And this is no beef, but we actually talk outside the podcast like every day.
It's not hard. Like they were talking about, like we only talk to each other when we pod. I be talking to my sister all the time. Something interesting happened. Ben's is one of the first people I call.
Same.
So here's a fun piece of news. It is. I do that to Dean and he gets excited.
Gil's getting excited.
It's Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. If you didn't know.
Yeah, yes, I didn't know that. And it's also Mental Health Awareness Month. So be aware of everything.
Mental health wise. I got a ring light for Eid. I got put in an Eid gift exchange by Dooley.
Oh.
And Dooley I actually ended up picking Dooley. So I got
raise hand. What's Eid? What's Eid?
So for Eid, EID, Eid Mubarak.
And
I might have butchered that last part, but I know Eid. So you know what Ramadan is, correct?
Yes.
So Ramadan has just passed. That's the time of fasting for Muslim people, or people of the Muslim community, in which they go roughly a month of fasting. And from sunup to sundown, they don't eat, they don't drink, they don't do anything. The only people excluded from this are usually elders, women on their period, and small children. And the elders still try.
You know, can we pause for a second and recognize how they are so low-key feminist? Because it is really hard to fast.
Yeah. But they also can be a little bit sexist. Yes,
but I'm giving them a point here. Let them have their point.
No, definitely. I know a lot about it because I hang out with I have a lot of Muslim friends.
Yes, you do.
I love my Muslim friends. They're so great.
They are.
But moving forward, so during that time, they fast. At the end, they have a celebration. For the end of their fast, the break of their fast, and that's Eid.
Okay.
They do a little gift exchange during Eid. To celebrate. It's really nice. Most of my friends have a cookout. They don't have a fashion show because a lot of them know how to sew and make their own dresses, and they be making bomb dresses. Like Jenna, she be making her dress every year.
Cool. That's cool.
Yup, and it's like a big family cookout, but with more than your family.
Of course.
I got invited to a beach cookout for Eid, but Saturday I was kind of not alive. So.
What happened to you Saturday? Did you die?
I was partying too hard and I threw up for the first time.
Oh, go you. How did it feel?
Very violent, aggressive, and red.
Ooh. I didn't need a color.
I threw up because I drank a shot of Casamigos. Like I downed a big shot. Like one, you know how they give you like the plastic shot cups at the store? That's really not a shot. It's like a shot and a half.
Ew. Sounds nasty.
So I had that and I put Casamigos in it and I took a shot being bold and that shit went down so aggressive. I kept burping. My mouth was salivating. Then it calmed down. Then I got hungry. So I started eating my wings and fries that I ordered earlier. Then I started playing spades and my shit just felt off. Something felt wrong. I was like, yo, my heart hurt, but I keep burping. What the fuck is going on? And then it hit me. I was like, oh, I probably should go to the bathroom. I stumbled my way to the bath. Second hand of the spades game, I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not in the right state of mind.
Not second hand.
Put the cards down and I bop off. I go to the bathroom. I feel it coming up, and I'm at the sink. I try to hold it back to make it to the toilet. Nope. I said, sink it. Throw up in the sink.
Where were you? Were you home?
Yeah, I was home.
Oh, okay.
But every time I throw up afterwards, I feel amazing. Like, I feel like 100 times better than what I did before. And then my friend came in and was like, yo, come on, take some shots with me. I'm like,
no.
I just threw up.
No.
He's like, yeah, you got more room. I'm like, see, and I don't hang around niggas like you because y'all be trying to kill people.
Not you have more room. Stop it.
And then Jordan was reaching her peak too, but she kept drinking, and I know how to tell people no. Jordan kept going. And then
Drop it.
her and her line sister got real loud, and then I had to quiet them down because we definitely still live in an apartment with neighbors that hate us.
Apartments up. Get a house.
Yeah, so after that, they both passed out on the floor, and I put a blanket over them. And it looked like they were holding hands.
Oh, that's so gay.
Yeah. Next piece of news. Apex Season 9 came out. It is amazing.
I have to get a controller. I'm going to get one this week, I swear.
Or you could just
What kind of controller do I get? I can't. I have things to do.
Go get one now. You're not doing shit.
I do.
There's a GameStop down the street. It's like 5 minutes away from your house.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's in that shopping center. I saw it.
What kind of controller do I need?
You can get any kind you want. If you prefer how PlayStation feel, you can get that. If you prefer how Xbox controllers feel, you can get that.
I don't know how anything feel.
PlayStation is what we used to play. Xbox is what I have in my house.
Great. I have not touched them in forever. Look at me. Wait 1 second. Hi. Focus. Good boy. Hey, we'll go outside in a second. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Most people say they prefer how an Xbox controller feels because there's one analog high and one low, and that's kind of how you naturally sit with your thumbs. Versus a PlayStation controller, both of the analogs are low, so you have to have it almost a claw style. So like if you put 2 fingers up and spread them, and like your thumb out, like you were doing like the little Japanese peace sign over your eyes, that's how you have to hold a PlayStation controller essentially. But an Xbox controller, it's more of a relaxed hold like that, and you only need your 2 index fingers and your thumbs.
Okay, maybe they'll let me touch them when I go, but it's COVID, so maybe not.
There's plenty there.
But COVID.
So yeah, no, it's got the new legend is dope as hell. I think she's OP and gonna get a super hard nerf in a couple weeks because she has too many.
What's a nerf?
Nerf. So there's 2 types of statuses: nerf and buff. A nerf is when they turn you from a gun into a nerf gun. They nerf you. They make you soft and weak. I said they're gonna nerf her instead of buff her up, beef her up, make her a beefcake, because her move set or her kit is too useful. She has her tactical, so her ability she can use every few minutes or every couple seconds, so every like 30 to 40 seconds. Is a small rocket barrage. Doesn't do that much damage, but it slows you and does direct damage to your health. So that's dangerous because if you get hit close range and someone drops down on you like Batman, game. Her passive ability is that she has wings and can fly on a jet. There's a time limit, of course, for how much fuel you have, and it can refuel, but you can get really high with that and have a lot of mobility. And then her ultimate is that she can take off. So how in the game I drop in the beginning and I fall down into the zone I want to go in?
Yes.
She can basically make you do that again. And when she's in the air, she has this really special UAV that lets you see everyone who's in a certain radius. So, like I said, she's a little bit too broken right now. She's too useful. So they're gonna nerf her in some form or fashion to make it harder to have that much utility. And usually they do that by extending the time it takes to use certain abilities or extending the recoup time for certain abilities. And usually the first time they fuck up real bad, one wants to play him. Because the goal of this game that the devs are doing is to have a spread out margin of characters played. You don't want out of 12 or 13 characters, 4 to be played on every team all the time. Why? Because that means the other characters aren't valuable. They're not useful. So you want to have it so that every player has A, counterpart, and B, can be fun to use. So like for a long time, the character Mirage wasn't used because his ability kind of sucked. It was to send out clones, and then the other one was, what happened? He would like turn invisible for a couple seconds and disappear, and a clone would leave. Yeah, like and a bunch of clones would stand in a circle. But as soon as you ran away, they know exactly which one you were. So they buffed him. They made it so that he can control his clones from a distance. And then they made it so that the clones mimic you when you use your ultimate. And when he heals people, he turns invisible to heal them. Okay, he's useful now. But someone who is too useful is Wraith. Wraith can phase out of existence, not take damage for literally 3 seconds, but she's quick, very quick. So in that short amount and people would combine her ultimate with her tactical, blah, blah, blah. Basically, she could do shit to make it so that she didn't get hit. What did they do to nerf her? They made it so that, because she's also a tiny framed character, so her hitbox is smaller. So you have to be more precise with shooting at her. They made it so that like shots to like your arms and your legs usually do less damage than shots to your torso. Shots to her arms and her legs are equal.
Okay.
To balance that out. And then they increased the time limit that it takes for her to go into the void, which is like the phase out move.
Okay.
But she moves faster.
So it's like there's give and take.
You said what?
I said there's give and take.
Yeah, with every character, there's usually give and take to make them more balanced. There's usually a lot more take than give. And that's because a lot of times developers listen to the casual player, because the casual player is the one that's going to spend the money the most infrequently, but they'll spend like $50 here, but you have 100 people spending $50 versus 20 people that spend $100. So it's like they have to pick and choose. Like a lot of games, like a game that I really praise for how it listened to its community is Overwatch. Instead of listening to the casual player who doesn't play that often, who's not that dedicated, who's just going to leave when the next Call of Duty game comes out, they listened to the professionals, the people who are playing in leagues, the people who are playing on Twitch every night. They listened to them and said, all right, this character is too broken. They can do this, this, and this. We need to draw it back somehow. Okay. And coincidentally, it made the game a lot better because now the pros are getting what they want, but it was actually becoming more balanced. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no reason one character should be able to tank all the other ones.
Right.
And then you say, well, let's nerf the other ones because everyone else is complaining about them.
Right. No, let's nerf him and then maybe what is it? Birth? Not birth.
Buff.
I was gonna get it. The other.
Also, games like Overwatch, for a while, they didn't. So it's really funny. I think it was Overwatch. It was Overwatch or some other game. Rather than nerf some characters, they took a different route. They said, okay, rather than make some people weaker, let's just make everyone OP. And I was like, yo, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. But guess what? It worked. If you make everyone OP, then nobody's
OP. That's like Syndrome in Incredible. Because when everyone's super, then no one.
Exactly. But it's a hard task to complete because you can't go overboard. Otherwise, you do too much and it's not fun anymore. You have to keep it within a certain margin.
Yeah, understood.
But all in all, the new character's dope. The arena mode, me and Paul love it. I was playing with him right before this. It's fucking dope. It's a 3v3 mode. It's really fun.
Yeah, he was running late, guys.
I was. It's 3v3 mode. You have to buy your weapons. You can pick up extra materials, shit like that. Fucking dope. If you get a chance to play it, fucking play it. Other than that, I don't really know. I mean, it's a really good. It's so far it's looking like a good season. That's all I gotta say. And they're getting a little bit more into the Titanfall lore. Why? Because Titanfall is fucking amazing. Let's start there. And then along with that, it's just the fact that Titanfall is where the story comes from. Titanfall is the game that this game is loosely based off of, where a lot of lore comes from, where a lot of the gameplay comes from. Titanfall was a game ahead of its time. It was fucking amazing. It was awesome. So if you don't know, now you know.
If you don't know, now you know, nigga. You know everywhere.
All right. Resident Evil Village. Haven't bought it yet, but I'm ready to, because that game looks saucy.
And what is it about?
Resident Evil 8 is the predecessor to Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 was a more of a, your Resident Evil games stereotypically were more zombies are going to chase you. You got guns. You got to kill hordes of zombies. They're coming after you. Some zombies are mutated to be smarter and stronger and faster. And then you might have this one OP, like in one of the games, there was one dude. It was, he was fighting this big ass zombie barehanded, like beating its ass. Or you can look up a clip from Resident Evil Vendetta. Chris Redfield and, what's his name? Leon Kennedy. They were going ham in this hallway, killing hella zombies. Just going bananas. But guess what? Not in Resident Evil 7 and 8. They took a new approach. They did 7, they did redo 3, and they did 8. And instead of making it, all right, you're going to get a bunch of guns, you got to find some bullets, but yeah, you're going to have enough to fight everything, shoot everything, fight everyone. You're going to be fighting big bosses. Nope. Instead, what they did this time is they said, we're going to make this hard. It's now a survival horror style game in which ammo is limited, resources are limited, enemies are in abundance. You have to run more than you can fight. There are some enemies you can't kill, so you have to just avoid them. Like they've been following an algorithm for a little bit of time now where it's, what is it? What's his name? So in the third one, you were getting chased by this guy named Nemesis, right? Who's a big zombie. He wears a hat. He's invincible. You cannot kill him. And like you're literally just getting chased by him. He walks incredibly slow, but you can always hear when he's coming, and he catches up quick. So if you forget about him, he will be there. All right.
I'm listening. That's kind of cool. Like it's so.
It makes you.
I don't know.
About the path
I don't
you're
like.
gonna take.
Right. I don't like games like that because it's like I'm not a gamer. That one, but it's like it's already hard. So for me to have to put that much thinking into it, now for somebody who's a dope, okay, like it's not like I can just run and pick up a weapon and like think about how I'm gonna get out of here, when that, which is cool for you, but I don't even know. Like I'm wasting bullets, like I'm shooting everything and anything. I'm just like, reload, still pressing this. So yeah, that is not.
I mean, it's not that bad. 1 second, let me connect via this thing.
Well, you say that, but as someone who does not play at all, ow, that hurt. What? Someone who doesn't play at all, it's like.
No, I understand. It's nerve-wracking. For someone who doesn't play, that game would be nerve-fucking-wracking. For me, it's nerve-wracking. Like, I want to play that game, but if I'm not gonna lie, it freaks me the fuck out to think I have to look over my shoulder. Because in those games, it was a big dude. In another game, it was another big dude. But this time, it's a giant woman who's thick as hell. But still, she's a little terrifying. And, like, she's slowly walking. It's that you know how like in movies they say the main villain moves slow and walks to as a representation of death is always gonna catch you.
Yep.
It's that same ideal. Like, all right, I'm running through here. I gotta go. And this game has a lot of backtracking. I got this thing. I gotta go back to this door. You hear them footsteps. You're like, oh shit, how do I get past her? This is a one-way hallway. You gotta figure something out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're about to get clapped because, like I said, your resources are limited. You don't have a lot of bullets. If you waste them trying to stun her, guess what's gonna happen? A zombie might pull up on you. And the funny thing about these games is they'll give you a whole ass like 13 bullets, right? But it takes a whole like 17 to kill a monster.
Well, then what? I'm not gonna waste my 13.
See, you would think that, right? But you always do. It's like get the fuck off of me, and then you're out of bullets. Then you gotta just figure that shit out every time. But I'm ready to suffer a little bit. I tried to play Outlast. That game's terrifying. You should watch Outlast.
Outlast. Well, when you play it, I'll watch it.
I will never play Outlast. No.
Well,
That game is too scary.
Well, then how am I gonna watch it?
See, in that game, you can't fight back. That game is all running. See, that the genre of survival horrors came up basically from games like Outlast coming out, or it started around the time Slender started, like with Slender Man, and all you could do was collect pages and run. But now it became more of this. All right, you can fight a little bit, and you can fight more as you progress, but the main goal is just to run and hide because there's nothing much more you can do.
Oh, I guess I'm running and hiding.
I mean, there are times where you have to fight, and that's your only option.
I'm running and hiding, Greg, every time.
There you go, pussy.
I like pussy, yes.
LOL. But the thing about that, the thing about games like that is that they progressively get easier.
Hey, look how long it waited for me to do a sex reference. We've been on for an hour.
I know, good job. But
Good job.
games like that progressively get a little bit easier. Not easier in terms of playing, but easier in terms of you can take that heartache a little better. Because you be panicked, but like, in reality, you be panicked, but as you get better, you get more focused. Like, it becomes okay. Like, all right, I know how this enemy acts. I know how this enemy acts. I know how these people act. I know how to do this. And it just becomes better. So I'm going to get that, and I'm going to play it.
And I'm going to watch and talk shit.
I'm going to cry. Big cry.
You got more news? Oh, wait, I have something to talk about. Spoiler alert, but not spoiler alert because it's been out for a couple. Not spoiler alert. I won't double spoiler alert, just one singular one. Castlevania. Wow. Wow,
you
guys.
Whoa. You don't get to spoil something that's been out for a couple days. You said it's been out for a couple days.
I won't. I said one spoiler alert, not say. Castlevania. Wow. And I am going to take probably because it's a video game and I knew nothing about it, but god damn, this storyline is amazing. Wow. You know what? Someone needs to play Castlevania on. This shit is dope. And to find out, there are just so many more stories that I just don't know because I don't play video games. Kind of sad.
Yeah.
Hashtag Alucard deserves love. Still on that train, and you will see why if you watch. And also they did so. First of all, perfect ending in my head, like great ending. But they said they're going to do a spinoff, which makes sense because everybody keeps telling me, and there are games, other Belmont. So it'll be nice to see which Belmont they well, I have an idea, and I'm not going to say who because I don't want to spoil of which Belmont they're going to follow, but it will be nice to see who's next, to fight the vampires and the evils of hell and blah, blah, blah. But still so good. Literally watched it in one night. Like, came home from work and binged it.
Wow.
Well, it's because, okay, so it's good. Like, picks up right where we left off. And actually, I like the way they did it. Is this a spoiler if I tell you how they did it? Instead of picking off where we left off, it's like it skipped ahead and then worked its way back, which was nice. It was kind of fun, like the way they did it instead of just okay, previously on and then just picking up, kind of like 3 years later, just giving a time. 3 years later, and then 1 year ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, a week ago. So like it counted back like that instead of just saying, hey, this is where we left off, let's oh yeah, like no, it started off before, like ahead of where it was, and then worked our way back, and then we recorded. If that makes sense, which is fun. The characters still great. Now I will say the animation got a little wonky for me towards episode 7. And I don't know, maybe they rushed or what, but it looked less like an animated show and more like game animation, which I know game animation has gotten better, but it just like game animation, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't on the same level. What else? But the fight scenes still great. Still gory, so if you're not a gory, watch it. But yeah, like I said, I got to episode 6 and was like, I gotta finish. I don't care if there's only 8 episodes. And I did, and it was worth it. So.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that happened to you, and you got to experience Castlevania.
No, let me tell you how good it was. TJ called me, and I knew exactly what he was. He called me. He said, this could have been a text message, but I had to call you. And I was like, I know, right? And like, he had to call me in the middle of watching. That's how good it was. Kill. I'm sorry, I got Killian excited. He likes Castlevania too. And you need to watch it, you little shit.
Maybe.
No, it's really good. You would enjoy it. You remind me of Trevor Belmont. Yes, you are Trevor Belmont.
I am Trevor Belmont.
Yes.
I feel like I'd die.
No.
Yeah, I'm dead. Okay, got it.
No,
Trevor's gonna die.
Just an asshole. You're just an asshole.
I think I die still. I don't think you cleared that up. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die an asshole. Got it.
No, nobody ever dies an asshole. So if you die, at least you wouldn't be an asshole in it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. All right,
No
next
one ever
news point
dies
before
in
my
asshole.
phone dies. The USA has a
phone?
gas shortage. That's why gas prices are so fucking high.
Actually, where you live has a gas shortage. My gas is fine.
My gas is actually okay. I go to Costco's. It's actually cheaper than it was before.
Well,
I was paying $3.10 for a gallon. Now I'm paying $2.99.
Damn. You still paying more than me. $2.67 last time I went.
I mean, it's $2.99 at Costco's, so
it's $2.67 at the gas station around the corner from me.
Also, it's $4 for premium gas in some places.
Oh shit! I do not have to buy premium, thank the Lord. I could put premium in my car, but I haven't been, so I don't start. If that makes sense.
Yeah, don't. It's really good.
So, what happened was the tanker line kill. I can't play with you right now, baby. The tank line got hacked, and they weren't able to send out gas, and until they paid the bribe, and then they paid it, and then the people were like, Killian, get down. The people were not like, get down, Killian. The people basically, so that's one of the things that it brought up. Cybersecurity in the United States is shit, and the government needs to invest on better cybersecurity and ways to protect people's systems better, and not just the government, but in general. That needs, like, the amount that people paid out like over the year in bribes, like people holding like costs paid out in the past year. But so that brought up a part about that conversation. But that pipeline hat serves people from Georgia all the way up to And so people, even though it did kind of halt gas, but it wouldn't have been as big of a problem. People freaked out, went and bought all this gas in trash, plastic bags, like fucking idiots. Here's my
Did you
question.
see the chick who put the gas in the laundry basket?
Again, here's my question. How was you gonna get that gas in your car though?
When did she realize that this wasn't going to work?
I don't know. But before that, how was you into your car later?
Saw people who
Without the
had like
gas
the
going
whole.
bad.
I saw people who had the whole like couple gallon drums
All over the
filling
bed of their
bitches up.
truck, like their bed of the truck was. But the thing is, gas can go bad. Like you cannot use gas.
It takes a while for gas to go bad. You know that, right?
Yes.
It evaporates usually before it goes bad.
Yes, but it can go bad. And then the other thing was, like, that caused the gas shortage, was people hoarding gas, not that there was actual shortage. Because even with this delay, they said it would only be like it would be because they paid, it would have been the quote unquote shortage of gas that would have happened. But now, like, actual gas stations do not have gas, and now until a little bit later because of the shorting gas. But
my gas station got a 2-tank limit.
And that's what a lot of gas stations ended up doing. 2 tanks. But where I live in Florida, because parts of Florida that Georgia was affected. I'm not that close to Georgia, so I was cool. And gas prices didn't change.
Hoes need gas.
Yeah, hoes need the gas.
All right. Chick-fil-A sets a limit on how much can be bought because of chicken nugget shortage in America.
Sauce shortage.
No, there's a nugget and sauce shortage.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there's a chicken shortage, dog. You ain't know?
Well,
We ain't
yeah, I
got
knew
enough
about
chickens.
At first it was chicken wings, because when I went to the store, I was.
You cut out.
Well, last time I went to the grocery store, I didn't get chicken. And now I'm sad because what I'm supposed to fry.
Every
Chicken
time
breast?
you yell too loud, you cut out, just so you know.
I'm sorry, I get upset. My mic doesn't like it when I'm upset, I guess.
I guess not.
Killian is making me feed him his bone. Like, I'm holding it so he can chew on it.
That's fun and cute.
So he can get a good chew.
Other thing I have left on my news docket is J. Cole released his album, and I think it's pretty mid so far. Haven't finished it, but it's pretty mid. And when I say mid, I literally mean it's mid-grade, not mid as in this is ass.
Do you think he could have done better?
Yes. I know he's capable of better. He's produced...
Wait. Do you think he... I'm just going to finish my line of questioning. Do you think it could be... Do you think it because of COVID and the quarantine and just the way things are? Or do you think that was actually just he could do better?
No, he could be better.
Okay.
I think he just needs better people in his camp to maybe... No, that's not the thing. Because at the end of the day...
we're recording.
Huh?
Tell Jordan we're recording. Don't be
She should know that. Just hang up on her.
No, she sent a recording. A TikTok.
So, just off the strength, I mean, an artist can always, trump their friends when they be like, yo, this ain't it. Well, I want to release it. Well, okay. What am I going to do about it? But at the same time, it's also kind of that factor of you just got to recognize that some shit ain't it. You might feel like it's your hardest bar and it could be the worst thing ever. And I'm not saying that's anything I heard so far. I've gotten about 4 songs in. First 2 are kind of mid. Third one with 21 Savage was dope. Fourth one was okay.
I will listen this week. I have not.
Yeah, it's been okay.
And I'll have something for y'all this next pod.
But my process of listening to music is to literally listen to it about 7 times before making a final decision on what it is. Because I need to hear it the first time and think, oh, I don't like this, or oh, I love this, and then hear it a bunch of times, and either it'll grow on me, or it doesn't, or it stays the same, and I'm like, no, I really think this. So I listen to it a bunch. I take breaks in between so that I can really absorb what I think about this.
Some songs hit different in different places. Because
True.
okay, I can just a song off the top of the head because to it today, Crybaby by Meg Thee Stallion. I hate it like in my headphones. I don't like to listen. It's like on shit goes. So like certain songs just hit different depending on how you listen to them. So I try to listen to differently. Like I try to listen to like if I'm listening to an album, I try to listen to it on the or like on the sound system and like not the sound bar in the house, and then to see like if I like songs in different ways, because that always happens.
Okay. I mean, and that's also a big factor in it. Like Drake produced a lot of outside music during quarantine, right? Or like 3 songs that were outside music. People are like, yeah, the songs are good, but if we was outside, these would have hit different. And that's a fact. Right. They would have. So, with that being said, I'm going to keep listening, and then next week we will give you a more in-depth breakdown of how we feel. We should definitely have TJ come back just for that episode, because he's a music man, and he likes Cole.
Is the music man, and he does like Cole.
I have no other news points, and we're not going through a topic today because it is already 9 o'clock.
2 weeks in a row, no topic. We're gonna do my topic, damn it.
Where are we?
Yeah. We are, and I need to get moving because Kill needs to go outside. That's why he keeps bothering me, which is weird. You know, I don't know.
Yo couldn't get Craig to leave. It's because you suck. He doesn't respect you.
He does not respect me. And then after I tried to get him to at Galaxy Greg, hello, bitch, I've been trying to get you to go.
Your man is a misogynist. He just hates women. Crazy about you, Craig.
All right.
He's trying to cause me out of his crate.
First, before you take us out, please remember to go and support 21 Blackjack. It is going to be a super dope project, and we would all of you guys' support in it. So yeah.
From $5 to $10 to $10,000, we appreciate it.
Yeah, any amount you can give is greatly appreciated. And we understand sometimes times are hard, so you can't give, but share. Because maybe there's somebody else out there who can give and just doesn't know.
Yeah, and if you got that extra $10 that you was going to spend on that dime bag, nigga, slide that 10 this way, because you didn't really need that dime bag. You ain't copping at least, I don't know, a couple G's? Come on. Come on. We can
and to Jordan, we're recording. Stop texting us.
Oh, big shout out to Niles. He released a project on May 7th. Yes. Slow Down Father Time. It was actually pretty nice. I enjoyed it. Very relaxing. So if you haven't listened to our boy Niles, it's everywhere on all streaming platforms. So make sure to listen to Slow Down Father Time by Nillatron. Shout out to you, Niles. Thank you. But that's the end of the episode, peoples and persons. We love you, we care about you, and we hope that you will want to donate to our cause for creating a comic to entertain you even further. I'm Galaxy Greg. Make sure to follow me on my socials at Galaxy Greg, spelled GAXYGR3G on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. I Twitch stream on Mondays and Wednesdays and the weekends from 8 until, usually I stop around 10 or 11 o'clock. But right now we're cutting in our stream time. But, yeah. So that's it for me. Support the pod. Follow the pod on all its socials at Be More Nerdy. Other than that, I'm done and I'm ready to go.
All right. I'm your girl, Viva XOXO. You can follow me on Instagram at always_the_Viva. And, make sure you get out there, support 21 Blackjack. Again, thank you to Niles. Support his new project that he has out. And I think that's all.
All right, everybody. We are the Be More Nerdy. We are the Be More Nerdy podcast. So remember to be more nerds. A peace.
We out here.